I've been around the block with O-line coaches, but I truly think, so far Coach Callahan's, I haven't been hands-on with him, but from our Zoom meetings and our conference calls in that sense, he truly understands how to play in the NFL. And you look at his pedigree of guys that he's coached. But the great part about being with a lot of O-line coaches is you take different details from each of their, abilities to coach. So if one coach was teaching me something and that works for me, I can still use that. Most NFL coaches have an understanding that guys are kind of where they're at, athletically or skill wise, and the talents they've already, accumulated over their careers. And then he's just going to help hone those different things. So I don't think it's really necessarily forgetting things that I've been taught in the past, but just trying to understand what Coach Callahan wants and implementing a few of those tools into my tool belt.
What were your impressions of Jedrick? Like, did you know about him before the draft, or how much did you know? What have you learned about him in these meetings? And how can you develop any chemistry as far as he's going to be the guy next to you when you're, hundreds of miles apart?
Right. So I didn't know too much. I kind of, the big four tackles that everybody had been talking about were kind of on my radar. I had seen them and kind of reached out to my agent and stuff to just kind of get his opinion on each of the guys. But once we drafted him, I dug a little bit deeper into the research, and just from everything I've heard, he's just a hardworking guy that loves to play the game of football, and he's going to try and do everything possible to, put us in the best position to win. And that's really all you can ask from a rookie. If he's going to come in and listen and be coachable and work hard, that's what you can ask from day one. We've had these Zoom conference calls with him, and so far he's been in tune to those. You don't get as much interaction, on-field interaction as you would in a normal off season, but from those he's been dialed in, and everything I've done, texting him and talking to him, he seems like he's ready to work, and that's really all you can ask in that, and that's all you can learn. Once we get under the same roof and we can practice together, then we'll learn a lot more. But right now, it's been a true positive.
Jack Conklin, and what do you think of his acquisition, and what your kind of relationship is with him at this point?
I got to talk to Jack right after he signed, and we've obviously been in the Zoom meetings together, and it's he's been real good. Just from watching them play, and especially watching them this year, because they had Derrick Henry running behind them. Like, he's been in a zone system before, and he's been in a lot of that play action system, which we're hoping to run this year. He's built for it. He's tough. He's strong. He can move well. And so all those things have been good. I know he's excited to actually get to Cleveland and get to work, but I know he's putting in the work at home right now with his family. And but I think he's a great addition. I think anytime you can add a piece that he's been an all-pro in his career, and he's one of the better right tackles in the game to an offensive line, you're gonna help help the team, hopefully. But no, I think he's built for this offense, and I've enjoyed spending time with him, on Zooms and through texts and conversations, and I'm looking forward to getting to meet him in person. And then as far as the other question goes, I hope players